Hello, my name is Dan Schmitt. I do a weekly television show called Team Chicago Challenge. The website is teamchicago.tv or teamchicago.tv. We're looking at 1999. 1999, Team Chicago won the championship in middleweight superstock. Fourth round in the 1999 season was Indianapolis Raceway Park. So let's look at some of the action. Indianapolis Raceway Park, WERA National Endurance Series. Let's see how Team Chicago, it's myself, Steve Carson, and I at Indianapolis Raceway Park.
Semoff Brothers #1. They are leading in points with 297, Army of Darkness at 273, and Arclight Suzuki at 240. As they get the green flag to start this 4-hour National Endurance at Indianapolis Raceway Park. Jumping out front. Like Glenn Zarek got the good start right behind them. It's Arclight Suzuki.
These are the two teams that are battling for that championship in the heavyweight superbike class. But we got to remember, Army of Darkness is second in points. It's the fourth round. The WERA National Endurance Series. A Semoff brother takes that early lead. 4 hours at Indianapolis Raceway Park. Steve Carson is riding the Team Chicago YZF Yamaha. We got that R6 back at the shop. We will be running at the next race. But after the fourth lap, Arclight Suzuki established themselves up front. Great battle with Carlisle Racing. Is also battling against Chuck Graves Motorsport. Chuck Graves Motorsport from California, running in the top 5 during that first hour. But then a red flag came out 2 hours and 14 minutes into the race, which brought up a complete restart. After the first hour, it was Arclight Suzuki. Semoff was second. Team Dreaded was third. Paramount was fourth. Tapeworks was fifth. Army was sixth. Grace was seventh. D&D eighth. Ninth went to Carlisle. Psycho Steve was running 10th. In the restart, it is Semoff brother. Again, gaining the lead off the start. Heading down that back chute. Indianapolis Raceway Park also has a half mile in the middle of it as the track goes behind that half-mile track. As we see Tapeworks, Army of Darkness come flashing by. That is the battle in the middleweight superbike class. Tapeworks has an advantage, even though Army of Darkness is leading in that class and is in second place overall in the points as we join the Team Chicago YZF 600 Yamaha dealers, participating Yamaha dealers, Dunlop tires, Torco Racing fuel and oil, 4 and 6 prepared. That's right, 4 and 6 motorcycle out of Chicago. They do the setup as we head into the back chute. Now we're going to come up to the carousel. We just came through the staging area for the drag strip. Just point out, Indianapolis Raceway Park is the site of the Grand National Drag Race. NHRA Grand National takes place at Indianapolis Raceway Park. We race through the staging area. Then we come back on this area here as Army of Darkness sneaks by me, and we're going to be heading on to the front straightaway, that world famous drag strip IRP. Indianapolis Raceway Park, one of the most famous drag strips in the entire world. 3,000 feet down this front straightaway, and we veer off over to the right. And at the end of the third hour of racing, Arclight Suzuki continues the lead. Semoff brother is running in second place. Tapework and Army continues the battle in that middleweight superbike class. Graves Motorsports leading that middleweight superstock class. Graves Motorsports out of California. As we see Carlisle Racing 56 battling with 41. That's Kramer Racing. Also leading that lightweight. Check that middleweight superstock class. It is number 47, Graves Motorsport. Number 4, Tapeworks come flashing by. Tapeworks is leading in the middleweight superbike class at this point. Army is running second. Out Out of turn 1 and 2, that is 1-800 crotch rocket, 1-800 crotch rocket running the top 10 in the overall points. This will affect them in the point standings as we see Carlisle continues the battle. 56 with 41, Kramer Racing, 47 is Graves Motorsport. The tightest race on the racetrack during the third hour, back and forth. They battled on this 2.5-mile road course, but in the end, the pit sign tells the story. Sema Brother Racing down 58 seconds. Arclight Suzuki goes on to pick up the win as I make it through the back section one more time. It is Arclight Suzuki picking up the win. Sema Brothers second, third went to Graves, fourth was Tapeworks, Army was fifth, Kramer was sixth, Team Shredded was in seventh place. In the overall points, Sema Brother continues to lead. Army of Darkness is second in points. Arclight is third, Tapeworks is fourth, 1-800 Crotch Rocket is fifth, Team Chicago, we are eighth. Arclight picking up the win. It is Trey Beatty with the victory.
Vanson, Tabaki, Sharkskin, Sprocket Special. Whoa, as he does a donut. They have picked up the win, but the battle will still go on. They've got many points to make up if they want to win the championship in 1999. Now let's check out the Sunday National Challenge Series. First race, Open SuperStock. Jumping out front, looks like Joe Porciano. Joe Porciano and that Arclight Suzuki. Look at a battle going on.
Mark Young is running second, but as we get to the end, it's Open SuperStock. It is Tim Beamisdorfer, this rider out of Pennsylvania, that went on to pass everybody. Second place, Mark Young. Ray Yoder from Indiana, and he had 4 and 6 Cyclosport Yamaha running third. Larry Denning fourth. Joe Porciano fifth. Great race. Open SuperStock, Indianapolis Raceway Park, part of the WERA National Challenge Series. Next up, Formula 2, that's Brian Lance jumping out front on that Kawasaki, right with him on the Yamaha. That New Tech 4 and 6 prepared. Larry Denning running second. Behind these fleeing twosome, it is Jason DeSavo battling with Dave Roselle and the young Ben Spies. Jason DeSavo on the 125 Honda, Ben Spies on the 250 Yamaha, Dave Roselle on the 250 Honda. As we see Jason DeSavo in the yellow, right with him is Ben Spies, Dave Roselle. But up front, it is that Brian Lance. He is smoking the field right with him and trying to get by in that New Tech Yamaha. That is Larry Denning, 4 and 6 prepared, 1 and 2. The battle for third is Dave Roselle on that 250 Honda. Right behind him, Jason DeSavo on the 125 Honda, and Ben Spies. Ben Spies has now moved to fourth place. Ben Spies on that 250 Yamaha. Fifth place is Jason DeSavo as we see this fleeing twosome up front. Brian Lance from Chicago moves down to Georgia. Right with him, Larry Denning. Larry Denning on that 4 and 6 New Tech Yamaha. But Brian Lance goes on to pick up the win on the Kawasaki 600. Third place ended up to be Ben Spies, the young Ben Spies on that 250 Yamaha. Jason DeSavo ended up fourth on the 125 Honda. Dave Bozell on the 250 Honda finished in fifth place. And the last race we're going to look at is the Pirelli 600 SuperStock race. Running away with it, Chuck Graves from California, Graves Motorsports. He makes his own product, and he's a genuine go-fast. Second place went to Brian Lance. Third place, Mark Young. Joe Porciano is battling with Ray Yoder out there as they head through the backstaging area and over towards the carousel. Don't forget TeamChicago.tv. That's right, TeamChicago.tv. As Chuck Graves goes on to pick up the win in the 600 SuperStock Pirelli. Up in smoke, it is Joe Porciano and that Arclight Suzuki, and that will bring out the red flag. Thanks to WERA and Dennis Torres. I could not have done this without the additional video footage from Dennis Torres, and the red flag ends the day.